Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Got another session with Cookie. Gonna continue her work in e-collar training. She's doing very well to the stem. Kind of dialed it into between 8 and 10 as her working level. I am quite certain that she feels it at lower levels than 8, but she just tends to not take it too seriously. Cookie, come on. I know, it's the boring talking intro again. Doesn't take it quite too seriously and like have an urgency of like, oh, I should probably do something about this until it's at that higher level. Or if I'm throwing in more voice or body language or something like that, then she's just relying on that as opposed to feeling like there's importance in the e-collar. So 8, sometimes 9 or 10 is what we typically are working on. We have also done a little bit of adding the tone as the recall. And all it is just a beep that comes from the box. And if you watch her social media, you've seen a few videos of her looking over her shoulder like, what was that? And just following through of, come to me. What we have not done yet, but I do want to do in this session, is introduce the vibrate to her, which we teach as a down command. In the grand scheme of things, that down command is going to be down where you are. If she is several feet away from me, 100 yards away from me, she feels the vibrate, just drop into a down in that spot. Don't come to me and then do the down. It's not meant to be like a recall. So, are you ready? Place. Yes. In the last full video, because this was a brand new thing, Cookie. I know you would rather play tug. We're gonna do that at the end. I was doing the stem before the voice. Hi, I know. Place. Yes. I have since been doing the stem after the voice. Place. Yes. But as I've done in these 3 repetitions, I haven't used the stem at all. It's voice, stem, body, leash. Here. Yes. There's the tone recall there. But if she's listening to the voice, I don't necessarily need to use the stem. And I'm giving her that opportunity to avoid the sensation of the stem by doing the thing quickly. Down. Ooh. Cookie. Down. Yes. On that one, I'm going to turn it down. That was at level 9, and she's acting a little sensitive to it. Down. Yes. And that one too, she's not doing the command right away to the voice, Cookie. So that's where the stem can come into play. Down. Yes, that one, no stem, because there was more of an urgency to do the thing. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. And all of those, no stem at all. Place. Yes. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more still. Place. Yes. So, basically it's tying into this idea of escape avoidance training. I'm using the continuous stem. Down. Oops, nope, down. Yes. Turn it down even more. You're more sensitive to it, even though earlier today you were acting like 10 was not enough on some occasions. Hey, whoops. But anyways, I'm gonna turn it, no. All the way down to 5. Let's just keep it nice and light then. Hey, easy. Good. Down. Yes. But anyways, after I give the verbal command, place, you're already on your way there. Yes. I can apply the pressure through the stem or the leash. Cookie. Hey. Good. Heel. So there's the pressure. Yes. Trying to angle it so you can see the light on the remote here. Heel. So in those 2 repetitions, the first one, I used the stem pressure, so she had the opportunity to escape the pressure that I put on by executing the command. On the second repetition, because as soon as I said the heel command, she started moving, I didn't even bother applying pressure, so she was able to completely avoid it. Escape avoidance training. Heel. On this one, yes. I was trying to set her up for avoidance because she started moving, but then she froze, so I applied the pressure, and then she finished the behavior by escaping the pressure, or while escaping it. Place. Yes. Place. Yes. Those 2 no stem. I did use my body a little bit more before the stem. Place. There we go. Yes. Giving her more of the benefit of the doubt. Down. Yes. But most of the reps, she doesn't actually need the stem anymore. She understands what it's about. Even though I was starting off saying 8, 9, or 10 to take things seriously, and now I've dialed it down to 5 because she was taking it too seriously this time around. That's just the way it is when it's still kind of new, but we'll settle in and dial it in more, be more fine-tuned, more permanent, I guess you can say about it, but we're never truly permanent. We're always going to adjust and use the number that works. Down. Yes. But again, once it's understood that it's not the scariest thing, down. Yes. Use the pressure there. That it's just part of the communication, then it's all good. Sit. Yes. Now, in terms of escape avoidance training, I can be a little unfair, which I just was doing in those last few repetitions. Sit. Yes. Where between me giving the verbal command and then using the e-collar, I'm not giving her much time to try to do the behavior to completely avoid it. Down. Yes. That one, she went pretty darn quick though, but that's kind of the point. We're making it hard to avoid because we're just going so quick to using it, so she has to escape, but that helps build urgency to take it very seriously. Down. Yes, and put some urgency. Be prompt. Place. Yes. But that also means being fair and allowing extra time on occasion between your voice and then the stem so that they can feel comfortable and confident in the idea that they can avoid it if they do it. Down. Yes. All right. Here. Yes. So the tone was something that we just started today. She's doing better about connecting it to the recall, but she's not whipping around and being very prompt. Yes, about coming to me just yet, but that's something that will develop. Yes. With this remote, the way it's set up is if I press and hold the tone button, she'll hear the tone for those 2 seconds and then it shifts into continuous. And she usually, yes, spends the whole 2 seconds listening to the tone and like questioning what is this. When she feels the stem, then she starts to look to me for what to do. And as you've noticed, I've been walking backwards. If I had a longer leash, I can have a bit more space and give an opportunity for her to really come to me. Here. Yes. But even with a short leash, small distance, we can create that idea there. But it requires my voice in this case. Here. Yes. Here. Yes. That was a little drop of your slobber. Here. Yes. So she's hearing the tone, she feels the stem, and then I'll say here. Here. Yes. That one I tried to say here during the end of the tone to see if she'll turn around and she can go through this process without having to feel the stem. Didn't happen. Here. Yes. But as soon as she gets to me, that's when I'm letting go of the button. Therefore, she's no longer feeling the continuous. Here. Come on, come on. Ah, nope, cookie. Here. Oh, yes. Little double tap there. But this is still at level 5, where earlier I was saying she's being kind of sensitive to higher numbers, and now I can pretty certainly say she's not taking level 5 very seriously. So I will turn it up, but just one notch at a time. Yes. You can definitely see the moment. Maybe, I think I was covering the light, she was looking the wrong way. But you can see the moment after you heard the tone end, ooh, I gotta do something because it shifted from tone to the stem. Yes. Now that one, she might have felt the stem for just a blip, just the timing of when I heard it stop versus when I let go. But that was very clearly, she started to move before the stem happened. Just human error and limitations here, yes, of our timing, but she's starting to understand what the tone is all about. Yes, there's the best repetition right there. Looking more towards me than to her right, even though literally she was turning around to her right to look towards me, but less about the sound and more about, oh, I know what the sound means. Good girl. Now, she's getting tired. Her brain is working really hard. I'm gonna overdo it a touch by switching to the vibrate. Down. Yes. Down. Yes. I'm not using the remote at all for these two downs. Remember, down is going to be the same as the vibrate. Yes, I know, I said the word. So I'm putting that idea in her head, so that when I use this new thing that she's never experienced before, at least with us, and start asking for the down around along with it, hopefully she's not going to be as concerned about the vibrate, just like in everything else. Like I was talking about with the stem, like what was that weird feeling? Don't worry about it, do the sit, do the down, do whatever I was asking. All right, Cookie, come here. Come on, come on, come on. Down. Yes. You can see the same kind of look as if she's hearing a tone, but it's because the box is on that same side. Down. Yes. And I'm doing kind of poor order of operations where I use my voice and my body at the same time there. Down. Yes. But I don't really care. I just want to try to give her information that she feels that vibrate. Just go into the down. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. Down. Yes. Now the thing about the vibrate on these e-collars, that it's pulse, 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 pulse if I were to hold it down continuously. And I only want her to feel a single pulse for now and introduce it. So I'm just doing a quick little touch. Down. Yes. She's panting hard enough that I can't quite hear the vibrate, just to confirm that it is a single pulse, but I'm pretty practiced and confident. Down. Yes. That she's only feeling it for that little bit. And when I see responses like that, like, ooh, what is this on my neck? I know she's feeling a full pulse, because if I do the quickest, most fleeting of taps, she might not really feel a vibrate because it started but didn't quite get to full power, I guess. There's like a revving up. It's very quick, but you can make it so that it only revs halfway if you touch it so fleetingly. Come here. Down. Yes. And I think right there, she's getting an idea. Yes. Yep. And connecting that vibrate means down. Yes. There we go. Yes. 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 Good job, Cookie. Now, the reason why I'm concerned about getting a single pulse as opposed to holding it and letting her feel pulse, pulse, pulse is because of it not being a steady, consistent thing like the tone could be or the stim from the e-collar would be. Well, and each level of the pulse is the same level, intensity, I guess you could say. To a lot of dogs, and especially insecure dogs, because it's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. To them, it can almost feel like the intensity, the pressure psychologically is stacking, and it's growing and growing and growing with every pulse. So I really want to get it into her head. You feel this, already think about, whoops, think about the down. Here, yes. Took advantage of that. Thing is, with this remote, I have to put in a silly little code to switch between tone and vibrate. Here, yes. Taking advantage because she's tired and now thinking about playing tug. So let's do that real quick. Good job. Let's do your favorite thing. Good job. Oh, oh, come on. Come on, you can rip it. You can rip it or not. Oh, there we go. Good girl. Drop it. Yes. Now, what I already know from a little bit of experimenting with doing a e-collar session, doing some tug, and then continuing with a little bit more e-collar work all in the same session, is when she gets ripped up like this, she's not as sensitive as what we were seeing at the start. Drop it. Yes. To where 10 is not enough sometimes. Even when I'm not in the middle of tug, she's just amped up, adrenalized from a little game of tug. Drop it. Good. Because that's why she's doing the chattering thing. Just adrenaline coursing through her. Yes. And so it's just a matter of getting more reps so that she can grow in tolerance, I guess, so that we don't have to turn it down to level 5, or just having an understanding that if she's amped up, we're gonna have to turn it up to reach her. That's why I don't get set on a number always. I adjust up and down based on what I see in the dog, but making sure that they're not being overwhelmed by it in the big picture. Just showing like, it's a little much, can we dial it down? And we respond to that. So, all right, good job, Cookie. Drop it. Good. All done. All done, all done. But there we go. A little bit more advanced in the e-collar there, having added the tone for recall, and right before your eyes, showing her for the first time that vibrate is down and how she was actually truly making that connection. Actually a little bit better than the tone for the recall. A little quicker, a little stronger, but we'll see how long that lasts in terms of sticking to it. But she'll learn in the long run. So, as always, if you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you have any questions about anything, drop them in the comment section down below. And be sure to subscribe so you can keep up with us and everything that we've got going on. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.